Greg Roman could leave tomorrow, but the organization, they still have their same philosophy. That's why Greg Roman, if he gets the job, well, really, I feel like when he gets the job at Stanford, I feel like we're just waiting on an announcement any day now. But if and when that does happen, all right, cool. Greg Roman's going.
He ain't getting that.
Now who's going to be the next guy to get the blame at offensive court? Because that's where it always goes. Remember Cam Cameron, obviously.
Yep.
Remember Mark Trestman. Remember Marty Morningweg. Remember all these offensive coordinators that done came through. Now, Gary Kubiak, he did it smart because Gary Kubiak came through, had the best Ravens offense ever. Obviously before the 2019, but best Ravens offense ever. Then John Elway hit, and he even told the Ravens too. He's like, "Oh, I ain't going nowhere. I'm here, baby." He got that text from John Elway. "Hey, I want you to come through. Bye, Baltimore. I'm out. Loved y'all, but I'm going." But that usually with the offensive coordinators, it's always issues. It's always probably we always complaining about the offense, the inconsistencies with it, the issues with it. And we always point at the offensive coordinator. Oh, that is him. It's him. But it's a common denominator with all those offensive coordinators. So I think even if Greg Roman's gone, whoever they bring in, whoever they promote, whoever they hire, as long as Ravens still got this same way of thinking, then I think it's going to be a lot of the same issues. I hope that it's not, but I don't have much confidence that much is going to change as far as the offensive philosophy.
And one more follow-up question with that is, there is a receiver that we talk about a lot here on the Flex Zone. OBJ he's out.
No, Dre just no.
Go ahead, man.
Do you think we even have a shot, or do you think it's just
OBJ ain't coming here, man? I don't think OBJ.
That's Engraven being nice. Engraven's being nice.
Man, like,
and that's
it's like you think about it. Like you look, well, Dallas put up 50 points. How much points they put up yesterday?
Oh, 50. They put up 50. I think it's like 54.
It's like it's hard for me to do that.
They put up 30.
They did it in real life.
30. Put up 30 in 10 minutes.
Oof.
And also
they were playing the Colts though.
And the Lions beat the Jaguars, a team the Ravens lost to 40-18, by the way. Just
if I'm Odell, I'm looking. And I'm looking at the Cowboys and the Giants and who's the last? Oh, the Bills. I'm looking at them like, ooh, okay. Now Giants, I go visit. Probably, I think Odell just went there to probably talk to some of his old friends, get some free dinners. I don't think he goes to but I think he'll go to the Bills. With the Cowboys, I always felt like with the Cowboys, like they just publicized everything too much. As far as their interest in Odell. But I mean, we'll see. But he got to be looking at those teams. And even the Chiefs. The Chiefs are apparently interested too. We'll see, but he ain't had no visit with them yet. But he got to be looking at those teams and then looking at the Ravens. Like, I don't know. Because Ravens are not trending in the same direction. Like the record is nice. They 8-4. They 8-4. It's at number 3 in the AFC, only behind the Chiefs and the Bills. And that's like when you think about this Ravens team, that is like that's great. You think about all the issues that the Ravens got, everything that they done been through and still going through, and for them to be 8-4, like wow. And their record could have been a lot better, but at the same time, it could have been a lot worse too. So with who this Ravens team is, I'll take that all day, no problem. But Odell Beckham got to be looking at that like, oof, where would I fit in there? Like, what's gonna be my role, if any? He's got to be looking at the receivers that the Ravens have picked up. Be looking at what their contribution is. Be looking at the receivers that the Ravens have already. And the ones that they drafted, minus Rashad Bateman because he's hurt, and now minus Tylan Wallace too. But even before Tylan Wallace got hurt, he got to be looking at that too. Like, man, these guys, like, they're there, but I mean, he might as well not be there. It's like the Ravens, for some of the receivers, it's like the only reason they carried him on the roster is just because it's an NFL requirement. I feel like if the NFL lets you do whatever with the roster, Ravens would be like, receivers, no, we don't need none of them. give us 12 tight ends. I mean, because they got 5 of them now. Yeah. But it's I don't think Odell Beckham Jr. And then the money part too. The money part, like Ravens, I know Josina Anderson, she said that they were interested in him too, which I was surprised. But I just think it'll just stay there as them just being interested. I don't think any significant move is gonna happen. I don't think, even if they set up for a visit, you'd be like, hey, we'll see. But I think with the money too, like you could construct it in a way where the cap hit could be low this year and then it could be a lot higher next year. But I don't see him wanting to go to the Ravens because apparently they're saying he wants this team to be his last team. Another thing to think about, and my last point on this, is you got Odell Beckham Jr. If he really wants this next team to be his last team, you got to look at the future of that team.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys, Dak Prescott, locked in.
Yep.
Bills, Josh Allen, locked in.
Yep.
Giants, Daniel Jones is not locked in. Ravens, Lamar Jackson is not locked in. Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, locked in.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to think about that. There could be so much uncertainty right now. There's uncertainty at two of those teams at the quarterback position. That's the person who's going to be helping you do your job. That's the person that's going to be throwing you the ball. And if you don't even know if that person's even going to be on that team next year, that's got to be like, ooh, yeah, I don't know all about that one. So it's looking like I said, I really didn't think it was going to be the Cowboys, and I still think it'll be the Bills. But those are the two situations, and then along with the Chiefs if he ever gets a visit with them. But those are the situations where it's like there's certainty at the quarterback position beyond this year. And Odell, apparently his thinking is beyond this year. So I'm sure that could help sway his decision.